If the Lions go 12-4, I'm sending this tape in to ESPN.
One for the chance, baby. Barking. We don't win in the specific years that I want us to win. Let's go! I was big on them in Source Channel because he's not the better player. Watch them play football.
Oh my God! You watched the highlights? Did you watch Johnny Manziel's highlights when he? Whoa, guys! Look at me! I'm gonna go throw the ball.
If Stidham outperforms Newton, Stidham's gonna start. That's all you have. How are you gonna win the division with that?
How's it going, everybody, and welcome to the weekly NFL episode of the Nosebleeds podcast, where this week we have all of the games to break down that happened in week 2, including the Patriots versus Seahawks game that was incredible, the huge upset over the Saints, and much more. My name is Nick Antonakis, and I am joined by the football crew. We got Stuart Brooks and Chandler Betts. We're short one today, but, boys still here to grind it out. How you guys doing?
Hungry, thirsty, and tired.
Hungry, thirsty, tired. Chandler's good.
And slightly agitated, but let's do this.
Slightly agitated. Well, you have the Patriots poster in the background, so that's good.
Oh, yeah, I might have to take it down to put shelves up, but I got the other two right there. You can't see the other one, but it's over there. I got all three champions in here, so yeah, that's
let's go.
I might have to move or take that one down. Actually, put it right here. Get rid of the Bruins thing. Put it here. Yeah, that'll work. And I can put my shelves over there.
Why would you have a Bruins thing up in your room when legit?
Take it down right
yeah,
now.
that's true. Nobody cares about the Bruins, so why do you even have a poster?
Yeah, good point. I'm taking it down right now.
They can't win a Stanley Cup, so it doesn't even matter, right?
All right, Stuart's going to rock the Bruins logo for the rest of the episode. All right. On that note, let's dive into this week's edition of the Rapid Fire Recap.
You want it, Nick? It's a fathead.
No.
You sure?
Now it's time.
Hey.
Yes. Time for the Rapid Fire Recap. So, in this week's Rapid Fire Recap, we'll start off. Let's make it a little bit more rapid this week. Okay.
Yeah, we talked about basically the same amount of time on each thing.
Yeah, I know. Bears versus Giants. Bears coming away with another win, starting off 2-0. Saquon's out towards ACL.
Tank for Trevor.
It's on my door now.
The Giants might actually – they're probably the worst team in football now.
Like that, actually.
Oh, yeah.
The Giants, they suck. They almost won, though, so, that just shows that the Bears
but Saquon's out.
Saquon, he just fucking fucked my fantasy team. He's done. He had what? 14 yards last week, 28, so he finished the season.
Tore his ACL.
Third season is often where the running backs or players reach their peak if they're not a quarterback. He's got freaking 42 yards this season, and now he's all done. So, so much for my fantasy team. I'm already 0-2. So,
Thank you for the free win. Even if Saquon played, I probably.
Am I at the top of the waiver wire?
Good question.
Are you talking about the Nosebleeds League, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to pick up somebody.
You should be. Well, actually, I lost because McCaffrey's out now too, so maybe I'm at the top.
We'll get to
I beat you in the other league, dude. How did you lose?
No team.
I'm 2-0.
Won.
I don't know how.
Win this week.
Yeah.
I lost by like 5, and I lost to Nosebleeds this week too because Kamara had 40
Kamara
points.
went off, and the best part was that at the end they didn't even need it. They were already down 10, but Kamara had like a 10-yard gain at the end, and that's why you lost. I was watching. I didn't even know that's what was going on. But
so dumb.
It wasn't even. Yeah, that's fucked up. But
anyway, we'll get into fantasy later. But Bears. Trubisky starts 2-0. He's going to start for the rest of the season now.
I don't know. I mean, he played pretty bad in the second half. Maybe it put some doubt. If they do lose, maybe you start to think. The first 6 quarters of the season, he's been good, but then he threw 2 picks, and they almost
starting to show some Trubisky era.
As the season's gone so far, there are only a few teams that you're going to beat by putting up 17 points, and he's played 2 of them already.
Yeah.
So,
the Lions
I don't know.
And Giants.
Dang.
I want him to play a team that's going to go above 400 in the record, and then we'll see what happens.
I think the Giants at this point it's just not working out.
They literally might go like 1-15, 2-14.
Yeah. I think it's time for a new owner or something. Like, this team needs to be majorly rebuilt.
Time for a relocation. Yeah. That's what it's time for.
Well, it's the biggest market in the country. So, but
I mean, something like an overhaul in the front office, something like that. But anyway, Cardinals versus the Washington football team. Cardinals come away going 2-0.
I freaking picked the under because I just thought maybe they'd get him, but nope.
You picked Washington again this week?
What do you mean again?
I thought you picked them last week too.
No.
Yeah, I picked them against the Cardinals, but I didn't pick them against the Eagles.
Oh yeah. Oops.
Which is double wrong. But yeah.
Wow.
Maybe I'll pick them this week. No problem.
Oh yeah, because you had a feeling.
So good at football.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah.
So good at football.
He runs like a little weirdo, but it works. And his connection with Hopkins is pretty amazing.
Yeah. He has so many weapons.
Who knows? Trading him maybe wasn't the best idea.
Trading him?
Texans.
Yeah, Texans.
Oh, Hopkins. I thought you meant Kyler.
But David Johnson, like 6 points in fantasy this week.
Let's go. He's a football genius.
Unfortunately, the Washington football team couldn't get this one, but
Yeah, this will go 15-1.
Team.
They'll go 15-1.
They can still go 4-12 and make the playoffs because the divisions.
I wonder if that's actually mathematically possible.
I mean, yeah, probably. I wonder about maybe. I don't know.
If you split with everyone in the division.
The Cowboys have won.
And
so
then everybody else
go
loses
5-11.
Yeah, 5-11.
The lowest team's ever gone is 7-9 and made the playoffs.
Yeah, Seattle.
Yeah.
2011.
2010. Yeah. Game was that's a beast quick year. Yeah, anyway.
Yep.
All right. Ravens-Texans, 33-16. Ravens take the dub.
I barely even watched this, even though it was like the marquee match. I mean, it was actually doing something else.
Either.
I barely saw Lamar didn't even do that good, but he just kind of ran around. I feel bad for Deshaun. This team kind of sucks.
He's suffering.
Bad.
Bill O'Brien.
He just signed.
He seems to not even being able to coach as well. It's not even being able to trade. They have good weapons, but they don't have anybody, a go-to guy. So they don't have anybody at the end of the beginning of the game when they get down. And then the defense is just like, all right, I guess. So it just kind of.
It's been tough since they lost Vrabel.
Yeah, that's true.
Who's their offensive coordinator?
I don't even know. They hired.
I know they have a new one.
Yeah.
Do they?
And who's
Tim Kelly? What was he? He was the quarterback's coach the year before.
Okay. So maybe it's natural progression. I guess it's not working out too well.
Yeah.
Deshaun's my fantasy quarterback. So
rest in peace. Yeah.
I had Saquon and Deshaun.
Yeah,
Deshaun's just terrible so far, and Saquon's
You're gonna have a Nick record this year. You're gonna be like,
hey, I'm doing good in our other league at least. That's the only thing I have to say.
I'm 1-1 in.
I'm 2-0 in our other league.
The one that's not documented.
Tortilla testicles is going all the way this year.
Okay.
Let me tell you.
Browns versus Bengals. A very good game on Thursday Night Football. Browns came away with the win 35-30.
You could have put this one in the prime time.
Joe Burrow?
Well, that's why I wanted to go over it with you.
It's all good.
Whatever.
Joe Burrow.
We can spend a little bit more time on this.
Joe Burrow was a beast.
Threw the ball, what was it, 56 times?
61.
61, yeah.
I just want to say one thing. This game, and I said this in the chat too, but how well Nick Chubb played this game just really hurt because we're stuck with Sony Michel. Like,
also, you were playing
we could have had you, Nick Chubb.
Yeah, I really wish we had him. He's such a beast. He's great at what Sony isn't great at, and that's getting yards.
We have such a good offensive line, too. Imagine how good he would have been with
our
offensive line.
You're right. Oh,
now, see, the crazy thing is, it wasn't even a radical choice to have picked Chubb over Sony.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, sure, a lot of people had Sony above Nick Chubb, but
drink that.
It was by like 7 picks, and then Chubb just slid, and then we reached for Sony. Why?
Because Belichick is brain dead. All right. Back to the game itself. Baker looked great in the first half. The offense was percolating.
He's good at roll.
But then he kind of didn't do so well in the second half. He threw a pretty terrible pick. So it still remains to be seen. I mean, he played better. He played adequate, but 2 touchdowns, 2 picks this season so far, and he's in all these freaking Progressive and Hulu commercials. So where he's covering the stadium up with his.
It's better with two people go twice as fast.
I just want somebody to throw a football at his head in those commercials.
And then I will say this though, Aikman was right. When Mayfield goes outside the pocket, he's very successful. Like he was doing very well when he was rolling outside of the pocket and throwing.
Yeah, that's why Skip Bayless it was Skip Bayless and Colin Coward both called him the next
Russell Wilson, which is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Colin Cowherd called him that. He has beef with Baker. That's what he said.
Yeah, well, that was before.
Before the beef.
Yeah, his ceiling is Russell Wilson.
Oh, okay. Well, his ceiling, but his floor is
John Cena.
John Cena. His floor is Brian Hoyer.
Oof. Jared Stidham.
His floor is Nate Sudfeld.
Jesus.
Wow.
What does he have? Like 2 touchdowns?
DJ Beathard.
Oh my God, I forgot about him. Blake Bortles. You know he signed with Denver.
He signed with the
Broncos.
Broncos.
Yeah.
Broncos are going.
So is he going to start?
Yeah.
I mean, Drew Lock.
Drew Lock's out.
We'll get to that game.
We'll get to that.
We'll talk about all the injuries.
Niners Jets. Niners win, but they lose about half of their team.
Yeah, I also have their defense. So I mean, what the hell is this shit? Why is my whole team injured? Yeah, I can't remember which league it is, but I have it.
You have it in this one probably.
No, I think I actually have it in another league, which is unfortunate.
Wow, rest in peace.
Oh, maybe I have it in. I have the 49ers in this one.
I think in this league I have the Ravens. The Ravens defense.
Oh.
But
I have the Bills, and they got -1
Nick Foles
against
is
the
out
Dolphins.
for the rest of the season.
Solomon Thomas is
Jimmy
hurt.
Garoppolo is out for 4 to 6 weeks, probably.
I thought it was 6 to 8.
I saw 4 to 6, but
I
I don't know. It was a high ankle sprain, regardless.
Raheem
And
I thought
Mostert.
that was McCaffrey.
No, I think he's also 4 to 6.
It's also 4 to 6, unless in like the
It's
last.
getting confusing.
Unless like the last, I don't know, 15 hours it got
Just look it
upgraded to 6 to 8. But I don't
I'm
know.
just gonna look it up.
Yeah.
But keep
I don't
going.
know.
But yeah, keep going.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
Solomon
they're
Thomas is also out for the year. That is 2/3.
Is he out for the year or is he out for?
Is it? I thought it was the year. I might be wrong.
Both
Maybe
out
you're-
for the year.
Yeah, I know. Tevin Coleman is also injured. I didn't even notice that.
Mostert got injured. I
Yeah,
don't know how
Solomon
long
Thomas
he's out.
diagnosed with torn ACL, will miss the rest of the season.
Mostert got injured. I
He
don't
had
know how
an
long he's
MCL
going to be out.
sprain.
Who?
Mostert, and then Jimmy Garoppolo. Oh, he could actually what? He could
Yeah,
play.
It said something about he can play, but that would be not smart.
Risky.
So maybe he's not going to be
One
out for that
sack.
long.
This man's
He'll
dead.
be back. He'll be back right in time for the Patriots game.
D
Oh,
Ford
nice.
hurt
I
too.
actually wanted to see that. So
D
I
Ford.
don't. I want to see us beat them.
D
So
Ford
I
is
would.
injured.
I would
I think
much
we can
rather
still
be
beat
going
them.
against Nick Mullins.
Oh, and George Kittle is hurt. Oh, but he's coming back.
he was hurt last week also.
yeah,
That's
just
fine.
for a week.
And looks like Jason Verrett is also going to play. But
I mean,
not
they-
that
Yeah, basically, 49ers. It's not good. It's
especially with the rest of the division at 2-0. So
really
Yeah.
bad week. They might be the one team. It's weird to say. They might be the one team that doesn't make the playoffs from that conference, from that division.
yeah, and they're still
That
not
would
even bad.
suck.
Even with all the injuries, they're maybe like a 7-9 team. But
Yeah,
well, I don't know about the quarterback situation, but they got a dude named Nick in. So
Who are
how
they-
good can they be?
yeah, no. Nick.
Nick Mullins. He actually
Nick
played really well a couple
Oh,
years
yeah.
ago on
Yeah.
against the Raiders, but I don't think it's going to translate to.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
but
But I mean, they beat the Jets, proving that the Jets are just.
Wow.
oh yeah,
Terrible.
the Jets. 1 point about the Jets. You don't have to say anything really about the whole team or whatever. 3rd and 31. The 49ers were at the 10-yard line, and they just ran a toss so they were going to get 3 yards so they could punt it. The Jets can't tackle him, and he gets a first down. How, on 3rd and 31 from their own 10, and they knew it was a run. Or at least I assume they knew it was a run. I mean,
Everyone. I would have said that the idiom is everyone in the stadium knew that was a run, but yeah. Everyone watching at home.
I think they did have
Socially distanced
– did they have
from
fans
their-
at the Jets?
from
They
their
might have had
couches.
fans at the Jets. But
Maybe they will go 1-15.
Maybe.
Like I said,
They're
I
really
think
bad.
they will. I feel bad for Darnold. He should have been on the Browns instead.
He should have been on the Browns. It
He
wasn't
would have been
that.
kicking ass. And then
I know.
Mayfield should have been having to suffer this in New York.
Mayfield should have went to. Well,
The
did you
Jets.
hear that if Mayfield fell to 2, there's a something that McDaniels wanted us to trade up to 2 for
Yeah.
him.
Our Belichick wanted to. He
I
wanted to trade to
probably
1, but the Browns didn't want. Like, he really liked Baker.
we're going to take Baker.
Well,
You're gonna
yet
Imagine that.
another reason that Belichick is brain dead in draft.
You're right.
Because
You're right.
Belichick didn't want to draft Brady, but
It's
he
the
did.
second
He did it
closest
anyway.
screw up. The other one that's is Celtics. When Danny Ainge wanted to trade 4 first-round picks for Justice Winslow. Who ends up
And they
not-
said no. Thank
They
God.
said no. They said
said
no,
no.
and they drafted Frank Kaminsky.
Yep.
That's
Oh my
hilarious.
God.
That's
All right,
awful.
next game. Titans Jaguars. Titans came away with the
Oh,
win,
man.
33-30. Jaguars
Gardner.
are holding in it.
Gardner.
Minshew, his only pick
Minshew.
wasn't even his fault.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The second pick kind of was. Maybe he should have read the D-line,
Yeah.
but the first pick wasn't. It was a drop pass. It wasn't his fault. But yeah, he's just like He's got the porn star mustache. He's throwing dimes on the field. And then Gostkowski actually hit another game winner. So
Yeah.
And he also missed an extra point, just for good measure. But
Yeah.
And Tannehill did really well.
Tannehill, yeah, Nick. What do you think about Tannehill now this season? He's got 6 touchdowns.
What do you think about Minshew now, huh?
I didn't say he was terrible.
He did.
He still had 2 picks yesterday, Nick.
Well,
whatever. I said one of them wasn't his fault, but but Tannehill's playing like a beast.
Yeah.
He has
Touché.
six touchdowns.
Hey, we had
picks.
Minshew over Roethlisberger.
Hey, he's probably playing better.
God.
Yeah, he
Just
is.
the numbers. Minshew's what? 3 touchdowns.
Let's look back at this.
He's got 6 touchdowns and 2 picks so far. That's not bad.
We put Kyler too low. He's 9.
I mean, that's
list?
reasonable from before the season. I didn't think he was going to be this good.
Who's too high?
We had Brady at like 7.
Drew Brees is too high. He sucks.
Yeah, Brees is 8.
He's washed. I think he might be washed.
He is. I think
he can't throw more than 10 yards.
He sucks.
Him and Phillip Rivers are doing exactly what I thought that Ben Roethlisberger was going to do.
Yeah. All right, let's keep. Yeah.
So, I have to give respect.
Titans 2-0. Looks like honestly thinking like they might just win the. I mean, if I had to pick now, the odds.
Let's have a chance.
Went downstairs.
Yeah, I mean that's what everybody except Nick was saying, that the Titans were going to win the division. Nick was like, the Colts are going to win the division.
I picked the Texans.
Colts have a chance.
Phillip Rivers did not win that game.
No, they're not gonna. It's gonna be Tennessee. It's not gonna be Jacksonville. What if it's Jacksonville? You know what? Screw it.
I would love that.
They're 1-1.
They could go 8, 9, 7.
Every team can still win the division at this point.
Yeah.
Imagine when we were saying. Remember when we were saying
I picked the
freaking
Texans, so
it's okay. I kind of swifted to the Texans too.
Well, I just thought everything was going to be
argument.
9-7, which still could happen, and that the Texans were going to sneak in. I mean, I still think it's possible. They play some easier teams, like Jacksonville. But
their start is very tough. So
yeah,
I mean,
last
time they were in the playoffs, I think they were like on a 6-game win streak at the end of the year or something like that.
Yeah, I remember they started 0-3 and then won 8 straight games.
I mean, it's obviously not the roster isn't composed the same, but if they can figure out that rhythm, then I wouldn't put anything past them, other than like not being able to beat any of the really good teams in the AFC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick.
Why? All right, next game. Bills-Dolphins. Bills barely beat the Dolphins 31-28. How is this possible?
Josh Allen is actually good.
He's a beast.
I have been a critic because of some numbers I've seen about him, like yards per game and that kind of stuff. But he played probably the best.
He's a beast, bro.
He's maybe top 5 in the MVP conversation as of right now. I mean, he got 6 touchdowns just like Tannehill, but 415 or something like that.
He had 415 yards that game.
It's working. Stephon Diggs is just playing his best football of his career.
I told you he was going to be the last piece.
But the defense is not playing as good as it should be. I don't know if it's coaching or what. But
it's like the Patriots, dude.
The Jets scored 17 on them, and then the Dolphins, they scored?
28.
Yeah.
Woo! And that's what caused your defense in the fantasy. But
they had negative 1 point.
And now we get to see the stash versus the beard on Thursday night.
Yes.
Nice.
Jags Dolphins on Thursday night. That's somehow the best and worst matchup ever. But they're kind of exciting to watch, But I'm hoping to see Tua.
Thursday night.
Dude, I think the Dolphins are an extremely boring team.
How? They almost came back against a good team.
They're just boring.
I just want to
I like the Jaguars, but
Oh yeah, I forgot to bring this up. We got to bring this up just briefly. Who's the first coach fired? Is it Matt Patricia or is it Adam Gase? Or is it Dan
Adam
Quinn?
Gase.
Okay, I think it might be Patricia. Well, yeah.
I think Gase would be the right decision, but I think it's probably going to be Patricia.
Because this is his 3rd year. It's only Gase's second season.
Oh.
Patricia's 9-24-1.
It's a close
race.
He's
never
still
coaching. Head coaching job.
No, he did shit in Miami, and then they hire him in the same division. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And then he was like high during his interview. He was like,
you get to see him twice a year, and you still couldn't tell that he's not a good coach.
It was like that.
Dude. The Jets and the Giants just need total overhauls. New York is falling apart right now.
You make the biggest free agent signing
New York sports are
possibly your
struggling.
franchise history, and then you decide to go get a coach who doesn't like the guy, who doesn't see him in your offense.
I remember that offseason, they had a GM. I can't remember his name, but he did the draft. He spent all their money in free agency. It was like August, and then they fired him before the season, right after he had made all their decisions. I don't remember, but
I'm gonna look it up.
Let me show you the Adamant Gase eyes. Hold on.
Joe Douglas.
Right.
Oh my God, this is the best one. Wait, hold on. Yeah,
okay.
that sounds right. Keep talking.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Just while Stuart looks up that picture, Colts. Oh,
Wait, hold on.
here it is. Are you kidding me?
That's the coach during the first press conference.
Have you never seen that, Nick?
What are you thinking in that moment?
He's like, oh no, what did I just take?
Realize
What
you're
job
gonna
did
go
I
1
just
and
take?
15
He looks
every
like
year.
he looks like John Gruden on meth. This is like the best one. Hold on. What's going on? There were a lot of articles about it. Like, what's wrong with that?
Bad. All right. Colts Vikings. Colts win at
Vikings
28-11.
Kirk,
We
what are you doing?
We overhyped
Every night
the
is Monday night.
Vikings.
He can only throw. He has no weapons outside of Thielen and Cook.
Yeah.
And Cook is in a receiving back, so it's just basically throw a slant to Adam Thielen, and he gets bottled up. They scored 11 points. Kirk Cousins had 3 interceptions, 119 passing yards, no touchdowns. I mean, it's time to shoot him. No, it's time. If he goes 0-4 or something, it's time to bench him or something. Like this can't.
Who's their backup?
I quote him.
Don't even know.
It's Sam Darnold.
I don't know.
It's Sam Bradford now. Let's see.
Imagine. A good quote.
Sean Mannion. He was on the Rams.
Oh, Sean. Okay.
He
You
went to
keep Kirk
Oregon.
Cousins in there.
Rather have Blake
I don't care how
Bortles.
badly he's doing.
I mean, he's playing like shit.
He's
I mean, who are
terrible.
the quarterbacks in free agency? I mean, Bortles is gone.
Kaepernick.
I was gonna say Kaepernick's there.
Maybe they just do a blockbuster trade for Stidham. 2 first-round picks for
Honestly,
Jersey.
do it.
Blockbuster trade. I
The
would.
fuck-
Okay, I
his
would
quarterback-
send Nick to Minneapolis if we can get rid of Stidham.
His quarterback rating is 61.9 this season. He got 2 touchdowns, 4 picks, 372 yards in 2 games, and then 58.8. I mean, like the Packers and Colts have good defenses, but it's not like they're playing like 85 Bears. Like he should have been able to be a little better. Like I mean, come on, Kirk. I had faith in him after last season, and that I loved seeing them beat
New Orleans.
Yeah, but
Nick, Stuart, can you say what Kirk Cousins' passer rating was again?
it's wait, what the fuck? Oh, it's a 61.9.
What do you think Stidham's passer rating is in the NFL?
Like 30-something.
18.8.
We're not talking about
That's right.
Stidham anymore.
He's got 14 yards, 1
Okay, wait.
interception.
No more. What was I going to say? Damn it.
Nothing important. About the Colts, maybe? That was the least inspiring blowout win ever. They just
Quote.
The Colts didn't win that game. The Vikings lost it.
The Blankenship just made a bunch of field goals. Kirk Cousins just dink and dunked it slowly up the field. They got a bunch of turnovers, so of course they were going to get some points. But it was the least inspiring blowout win ever.
Kirk Cousins had that. He had the quote. He was like,
"If I die,
at the beginning with COVID, if I die, I die."
Well, now he's going to die of
now he's
die
under confidence.
Get killed by the civilians of Minneapolis.
Who do they play next week? Hold on.
I don't know. That's a good question.
This is important. If they play somebody good, then he might be screwed. Vikings.
Not the Packers, right? No,
they're
the Titans. He's done. They're playing the Titans.
They play at 1. They're in Minnesota. Yeah. Also, that field is really weird. The Colts Stadium is just shadows all over the field. Like, really can't catch anything. Are you supposed to play?
Right. Next game, Steelers-Broncos. Drew Lock goes down. 26-21. Steelers win.
Now we have Jeff Driscoll.
Again,
and Cortland Sutton tore his ACL.
Yeah.
What?
I
have him in like all 3 of my leagues.
They rushed him back to hell.
I was unimpressed with the freaking Steelers. I mean, they almost blew a lead to Jeff Driscoll, who started some games for the Bengals last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And they had I didn't have Sutton, so he's sort of Noah Fant exclusively. At least their running backs are good. They have Gordon and Lindsey, but
I knew
Lindsey's
Noah Fant was
hurt.
gonna have a breakout year this year.
Gordon's been okay so far.
He stubbed his toe and he's out for 6 weeks. Seriously, that's what happened. It's a toe injury.
That doesn't mean he stubbed it.
Stubbed his toe.
He's probably like bleeding out.
It was like it wasn't. It wasn't broken. It was like a
turf toe.
Yeah, no, not turf toe.
He's got some astroturf in his cleat. He's like, "That's it. I'm done."
It's really bad.
I don't know what it is, but it sounds
I know,
bad.
but they didn't say turf toe in the post.
What happened to him? Let's look it up.
I'm looking it up. Hold on. Phil.
Maybe it was turf toe, and the guy just worded it weirdly.
Toe sprain.
Sprained. Okay.
Yeah, 2 weeks. He's only 2 weeks. So
2 to 4 weeks.
Oh. All right. Not much else to say.
Steelers, I've lost confidence in them already. I don't know. Not actually. But
I mean, they might be able to.
They're 2-0.
2-0. They can get wins now, even if they're not as good in the rest of the season. If they win, if they go 7-5 how many games? 14. So if they go 8-6, they'll go 10-6 for the rest of the season. So I think they can still make the playoffs. But no, they're not. I mean, Roethlisberger is better than I thought, but not like drastically better.
Yeah, they'll probably be the. They might be the number one wild
what's his
card.
name? What's his receiver? He had an 84-yard touchdown.
Washington?
Claypool.
Yeah.
Claypool.
My guy, I love. He was the guy that wanted the Patriots to draft.
Yeah, I mean, wanted them. That's what I was gonna say. He had an 84-yard touchdown. It was only catch of the
Great
game.
job.
Yeah,
Great job, Pats Nation.
Yep.
It's not our fault.
Packers, Lions. Packers. This week it was Aaron Jones' week. Last week was Devontae Adams' week. This week Aaron Jones
The Lions were
erupted.
up by 11.
Yeah, they were. It looked like they might get a win on the road with no
They
fans.
were looking really good.
12-4, right, Chris?
Psych.
We're gonna say this every time they lose.
They're going 2-14, more or less.
It's literally not even Stafford's fault at this point.
The defense is probably bottom 5.
It's horrendous.
O-line is shit. Running game is. Who's the running back?
DeAndre Swift.
Oh, and Peterson. So the running game is average. It's like
trade Kerryon Johnson now.
They have too many running backs.
They have too many running backs. Yeah, you have to trade Kerryon Johnson to get
Matt Patricia is a terrible head coach. He needs to be fired immediately.
How many years does Drew Stafford have left on his contract?
Drew Stafford.
Matt Stafford. Why do I always say Drew Stafford?
I don't know, 2 or 3 at least. Probably got a big.
Maybe he should leave and try to win a Super Bowl.
Maybe. I mean, he's still got the arm. He hasn't been bad this year. I don't know about comeback player of the year yet, but
I know.
Yeah, no.
This might be Cam, but
But
yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and also Rodgers could have done a little better because he didn't get them any for fantasy, but he did better than Brady, who got 8 points. Why the fuck did I draft Brady? I'm about to drop him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Rodgers is actually he's fine. It's in a 10-team league. He's been pretty good, but and then Aaron Jones just went off. Yeah, Devontae Adams didn't go off, but it's okay.
Yeah, no, because he's hurt.
He is.
Yeah, he's questionable.
Oh, okay. Okay. I have him in our league, actually, in Nosebleeds. So.
Yeah.
Bucks
Panthers. Bucks get their first win of the year. Panthers almost won, and then they just blew it at the end.
They suck. I mean, they don't have
they didn't really have a chance. It didn't feel like they ever
the
had
fact that they had a chance at the end of the game shows that the Bucks are just not a good team.
I mean, Panthers didn't play well. It didn't feel like they were ever actually going to get back in the game. DJ Moore didn't get started until the very end.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Robbie Anderson.
That one catch. Yeah. But the Bucks started out great. Brady looked awesome in the first half, and then he just had like 50 passing yards and a terrible interception. And Gronk had 0 catches. So if you didn't think he was washed now, he's got 2 catches for 11 yards on 4 targets. And one of the targets was an interception.
And then Bruce Arians came out and said,
he's fine.
He's like, we're not going to feed Gronk. We have wide receivers to catch the ball. Or something like
then
that.
Why'd you trade for him and pay him $9 million?
$9 million. That was so stupid.
For a tight end. I mean, the running game is good, but they have a good O-line. I'm not giving the credit to Gronk.
Hey, good trade by Bill, huh?
Fournette looked good.
What did we get? 5th-round pick?
I think 4th. You got a 4th.
Oh, even better.
Mm-hmm. Didn't we also give a conditional 7th or something?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but that's still good
for washing machine Gronk.
Washing machine. I mean, Brady might. We don't know what's up with him, but Gronk is just like he's ineffective. Like this is like
why assets for a crippled man.
That's like let's see who's a player in the NBA retired. Like it's like putting Tim Duncan out there for the Spurs right now. Like he might get a basket or two, but like why?
It's more like putting up Brandon Roy.
Why are you here?
Yeah, it's just like he's gonna make a shot or two, but he's not gonna be like.
Everyone's gonna be really excited when he does something. Be like, bro, he's back. He's back.
Oh my god.
Everybody got hyped. I just remember when Gronk got his first catch against the Saints. It was like a 2-yard gain, and they like stuffed him, and like they got all hyped. So that's like his season so far. 2-yard game, and the team got hyped.
Nice.
And also, he was targeted on an interception. So,
right. I motion that we put this next one just in the actual highlights of the week because I think we have a good amount to talk about it. This next one.
Sure, we can.
So is that it for the?
So that was the rapid fire recap in about 25 minutes. Now we are going to dive into the highlights of the week.
Lakers game.
We'll start off with the game that we moved from the rapid fire recap to the highlights of the week. We have the Saints versus the Raiders. Raiders with the upset victory, winning 34-24. Yeah. Drew Brees, is he washed?
No, but he's not even close to as good as he used to be, and he can't throw deep. So he's like
Drew Brees
he's serviceable in a good offense, so he's good, but he's no longer great or even like well above average.
He's kind of like Brady last year.
Yeah, that's
Or like Peyton Manning when they won the Super Bowl that year.
He's better than that.
A little bit better than that.
Yeah.
Because Drew Brees' number one attribute has always been that he's incredibly accurate. He's one of the most accurate quarterbacks in NFL history, but he's also been able to, balance that by, throwing it more than 20 yards. And I'm not sure if there's really a threat of that right now, especially when you're pretty much your entire team. You're not really a a streaks-based team. Like you're going to throw a slant to Michael Thomas. You're going to throw a wheel route to Alvin Kamara. You're going to throw a corner route for 10 to 15 yards to Jared Cook. Like that's what you're going to be doing. And if you can bring the safeties up, as long as Drew Brees doesn't pose any threat of actually like throwing it over the top in a one-on-one situation, then the Saints are not as nearly as dangerous a team as I thought they were going to be coming into the year.
Man, the NFC is wide open because they seem like they were the favorite, but now they're not.
Cardinals to the Super Bowl.
It's kind of
open.
Seahawks
and Cardinals NFC Championship.
I mean, what are the other divisions? NFC North. There's about 4 teams right now that I think are up there. Packers, Seahawks, Cardinals, and Rams. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not really impressed by any teams
up there.
in the East or South.
I love it so much.
But what was I
Chandler's
gonna say?
baby.
Oh yeah,
I'm so happy.
The Saints. The Saints suck. No, I was already winning, so it was cool. But it would have been nice for Emmanuel Sanders to do a little better because now I'm just
I know what
did nothing. He's a wide receiver once tonight. He had like one target, he had one catch for like 15 yards. And he was like, I just needed 3.8 points, and he couldn't even get that. Alvin Kamara has looked good. I'll give him that. He's looking much better for Spryer. He's a weapon, probably top 5 back, but. And the defense just got roasted. I mean, and also last week, the Bucks put up 23 points on them. You take away that pick 6, which was a terrible throw. Even the Bucks, they're still trying to figure out their offense and everything, and we know that they're maybe not as good as we thought, potentially. Still got 23 points, still put up 23 points, and then this team put up, 34?
34,
It looks like they seem to be getting pretty good pressure, but the secondary is just getting roasted.
Yeah.
Lattimore, he played well last week, but the Raiders just kind of took them out, and John Gruden was excited. And the Raiders are 2-0. How about that?
That's crazy.
Las Vegas Raiders.
They're tied with the Chiefs at the top of the division.
Yeah, that's
true. You think we slept on the
AFC
Raiders
West
a little bit?
is looking.
Maybe, yeah.
We did. I had them going 4-12 in our predictions.
I think I had.
That's very harsh.
Oh, I think I also probably had them going. I had them going like 5-11.
5-11. Yeah, maybe.
Me and Stuart were very low on them. I remember.
I think I had 5. Yeah, I think I had 5.
I thought Josh Jacobs was going to be so good this year, and I was right.
Yeah, he's been great.
Derek Carr's been playing pretty well.
But Derek Carr, 3 touchdowns. What was it? 320.
He's going back to that. Yeah,
2016.
2016 season before he got injured.
Well, I mean, it's been 2 games. We can't say
but
that.
They did play where it's supposed to be.
Showing signs.
Who did they play last week?
They played the Panthers.
Panthers. Oh, their defense sucks. But it's good to build momentum, even if he isn't quite at. Maybe he's not at the physical level. I'm sure he's.
Also, I think
this is a huge win.
Ignored talking about Christian McCaffrey's injury in the
we did
last section. So can we do that right now?
Sure.
How that literally
they suck anyway. So
CMAC is out.
That's
they're done.
He's not out for the whole season yet.
Except for 6 weeks.
They might. If I were them, I would consider shutting him down.
Yeah, me too. If they're 0-6 or something.
If
they're 2-4, maybe not. But yeah.
I mean, even if you're 2-4,
tank for Trevor. Bring him back. This is their opportunity.
So
if they have less than 2 wins, take him out. Just swallow the Teddy Bridgewater contract and then draft a quarterback.
Wasn't that big anyways? Actually, yeah,
it's too bad.
It was pretty big. It was 4 years.
3 years, 63, I think.
63.
They can be like we saw the Bengals just how revitalized they were with Joe Burrow, and they're but relatively the same team as they were last year, plus a few pieces on the offensive line and on the defense, and then Joe Burrow, obviously. But then
their offensive line hasn't been good. The Bengals.
No, I know. They drafted a couple guys.
As much as I like Jonah Williams, I mean, they basically had 2 first-round picks this year because Jonah Williams was obviously out all of the 2019 season with injury.
Yeah, right.
And I think that he was clear-cut the number 1 offensive tackle prospect and maybe offensive line.
If he had been in the draft this year, he would have.
Yeah.
He might have gone above Andrew Thomas. He probably would have gone above Andrew Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas was 4th, right? Yeah.
But yeah, it's very interesting. Again, this is just gonna circle back to how I think Joe Burrow is gonna be an elite quarterback for many, many years to come. He's doing this all without an offensive line.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
But we're not talking about him right now, so let's move on.
What are we talking about? Oh yeah, Raiders.
We're talking about how great the Raiders are and how Henry Ruggs is going to be an elite wide receiver again.
He's too thin, but
that was a good pick.
That was a great pick.
All three of the receivers to me seem too thin. Judy, CD, and Henry. Ruggs. They need to all put on weight.
Yeah.
At least one of them does. They're all very they're all very.
But,
very thin.
when you run what 4.26, something like that, 4.28. When you run really fast,
you don't want to compromise the speed. Yeah, but yeah. Okay, what's the next game, Nick?
All right, Rams Eagles.
I'm
gonna save that one for last. Rams Eagles.
Jonas isn't even here. I mean,
let's quickly talk about this. The Eagles. If they lose next week, who are they playing next week?
Eagles are terrible.
They're playing the Bengals.
If they lose to the Bengals, this is their season.
It's done.
You blow everything up.
You think about when's trading them.
My main goal is to
walk it to him. Walk it to him Wentz. He's underconfident. I mean, he doesn't have great weapons, but last year he didn't have great weapons, and he's got better weapons now. Considerably
it's almost like you shouldn't have drafted Jalen Rager or Jalen Hurts.
They got pieces on defense too. They got Darius Slay. What is going on?
Slay's supposed to be a top 5 corner.
Anyone named Jalen, unless their last name is Waddell or Waddle, whatever his name is, the guy for Alabama. He's a wide receiver.
They didn't even get that. They don't even have that many injuries. I mean, Sanders kind of didn't look that good either. I don't even know.
He was fine. He had what? Yeah, it was like 3.5.
Rams.
Or something.
The Rams looked good.
The Rams looked great. Jared Goff out of the pocket looked great. Yeah, he started the game amazing. He was like 11 of 11 touchdown. Yeah, I don't know what to say right now.
Ramsey's playing really well.
I was high on the Eagles. They got a little banged up. They're worse than I thought overall, but
back to when we thought they were going to make the NFC Championship.
I thought they were going to go to the freaking Super Bowl. I mean,
I thought they were going to lose to the Saints of all teams. I thought they were going to lose.
Me too. No, that's what I thought
too.
And you thought they were going to beat the Saints.
High quality analysis.
I know, beautiful.
Hey, they got injured, and the fucking Andrew should have warned me that it was going to be like this.
He should have been like, I got years in the franchise. It's going to be a bad year. I'm going to become
Carson Wentz.
So if they suck this year, is Doug Peterson? If they suck, is Doug Peterson gone?
Yeah.
Jonas is saying that. That's what Jonas was saying in the chat.
15-16 in his last 31 starts. That is
not good.
Especially when you're
very not good.
Super Bowl in that window, or not in that window.
But
they came off of a Super Bowl year in that window. They have a Super Bowl caliber, Super Bowl caliber team. You can't go 15-16. Like what? If I tell you a quarterback who goes 15-16 his last 31 starts, I'm thinking Derek Carr. I'm thinking Teddy Bridgewater.
I mean, I wouldn't blame him too much because they did go 9-7 with that roster last year. If everyone's healthy, they'd probably go 11-5, so it's a little different. But that one season after the Super Bowl, he was injured, but he didn't play as well as people thought. I think he was a little nervous because he's coming off, watching someone else win the Super Bowl for him, basically.
Yeah.
And then last season, and now, it's just bad circumstances, and now I think he's underconfident. Maybe he's, he's had a lot of injuries. Maybe he's never going to get back to that point, which is unfortunate because in 2017 he was freaking amazing in that first 14 games.
He's incredible. He's a really good quarterback.
And I was a fan. And, I think that even if it doesn't work out, they suck or something and he moves on, he can still, start games on teams, but maybe he's not. I thought he was on track to become like a Hall of Famer in his first two seasons, and then it didn't work out. But
it's too bad.
I'm still holding out for them, but I hope.
I think he's going to need a new change of environment.
Yeah.
Either
fire the GM and the coach and revamp everything.
Yep, you start Jalen Hurts next year.
Yeah, he throws 4 picks in the first half of the game.
What are they doing? Let's quickly think of some teams that we wouldn't mind seeing.
Carson Wentz go to?
Bears.
Bears would be a good fit.
I'd love to see him go to the Giants.
Interdivision rival.
I'd love to see him go to the Giants.
Maybe even, let's say
Redskins?
Dak actually leaves.
No, Washington.
You bring him to Dallas. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think
unless Baker plays poorly, they still have a pretty good offense.
To the Browns? That would be a
really
good team.
What if Roethlisberger hangs him up? He stays in Pennsylvania.
That
mean,
ooh,
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
They're gonna make an expansion team in North Dakota, and that's where he's gonna go.
Carson Wentz.
I was gonna say Chargers. I forgot about. We'll talk about it in a sec. But
Yeah,
any other teams?
Not the Dolphins.
maybe the Falcons if Matt Ryan.
Vikings.
Texans, maybe.
Deshaun. What about Deshaun?
What if he leaves?
He's not leaving. He's got a
Just signed a massive
$460 million
contract. Yeah, I know.
contract.
That's the
You know,
poor
pretty
dude.
cool.
He locked himself in, and now
I don't think he
he's in.
minds.
He's in for the long haul now.
I don't think he
Bucks
minds.
after.
He'll
Hey,
rack
what
up
if he goes to the
stats.
Bucks after Brady retires? Brady probably retires this year.
Yeah. Well,
We'll see what happens.
All right.
This is all hypothetical. He could totally recapture his form, be MVP for the season. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, Andrew. I tried to convince myself. It's not gonna happen. Hi, Stuart. How you doing?
Stuart's very close.
All right, let's move on to the next
All right.
game. The best
Cowboys,
game
Falcons.
maybe of the year.
Cowboys, Falcons. Poor Falcons. They just blow leads every time, dude.
I
Kind of sucks to be a
I
Falcons
have no more
fan.
sympathy in my heart for them. Matt Ryan is one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time. He went to BC.
Poor dude.
I got
He
a
played
high
a great
five from him
game.
at a
he played
game.
amazing in this game. He played great.
Yeah.
I mean, the only criticism I can even give, other than their collapse, is that there was a couple of field goals that maybe they should have turned into touchdowns to really knock them out. It couldn't have been 31
You know what?
zip.
You know what? I'm
But-
going to go on a limb and say
But
the first head
shouldn't
coach
have mattered.
fired shouldn't be Matt Patricia or
Should be
Adam Gase. It should be Dan Quinn.
how many years did they miss the playoffs now? 2018, 19.
Kyle, I will
Yeah.
bring this to my grave. Kyle Shanahan was basically the head coach of that team in
Yeah.
2016, 2017, whatever, 2016.
Because the offense, yeah. I mean,
Still
he
messed up
was
the offense,
so
though.
good. I had Julio and Matt Ryan in my fantasy league that year, and I also had that was also Zeke's rookie year, I think. I had Zeke also, and I won on the back of that. That was so good, and they still have the high-end talent. They have Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones,
And
who are
this dude
potentially
Gage.
two top 15. I'm gonna get to him also. Two top 15 wide receivers in the NFL.
They have a decent
you have-
line. Todd
Todd
Gurley.
Gurley?
Line.
Hayden Hurst is a good tight end.
Todd
He played
Gurley.
great.
And then, how difficult is it to assemble a mediocre defense in the NFL when you don't have to put anything into the offense?
Right, just draft all defense and sign all defensive players with your
Yeah,
cap.
what?
He's a defensive coach. He coached.
He was the D
Legion of
coordinator of the Seahawks.
He's
Yeah, what?
the greatest secondary of all time, and now they're just getting freaking roasted like a turkey, as Nick said on a podcast. Like this is some. Dak just dotted them. He had 3 rushing touchdowns, but I can't believe this. And then obviously we have to talk about you can touch the ball, Atlanta. The ball's coming to you. He just watched it like that's the football, and then he was like, and then they had I think it was to CD. And then Greg the leg. Perfect. What a day for Greg Zuerlein, you know?
Yeah.
What a kick, and then he made the game winner. I was like, oh, he's going to miss because Cowboys fans are going to do all this work to come back, and then he actually made it. But, yeah. How about
Good game
the
for the
Cowboys?
Cowboys.
I mean, I can't
They were
believe
hyped.
Cowboys.
I'm not sure how to feel about them after this game.
We the boys. Woo!
I basically
Nick, can
feel
you name 4 quarterbacks who have ever played for the Cowboys?
Troy Aikman, Tony Romo, Dak Prescott. Oh. Oh.
All right, let's move on, guys.
Next.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Tap out. Who was it? If there was,
What,
if it was
Roger
somebody-
Staubach.
Roger Staubach.
He won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Or what about like Bledsoe or who else
Yeah.
played for the Cowboys? Quincy Carter played
Oh
for the
yeah,
Kellen
Bledsoe
Moore.
went there.
Randall Cunningham played for the Cowboys. Yeah, Kellen Moore. Brandon Weeden had a stint
Brandon Whedon.
there.
Oh my God.
I am the Falcons. I get roasted like a turkey every
Oh,
episode.
Jason Garrett played quarterback on
Yep.
the Cowboys. He was in the NFL. Who was the quarterback in the
Was he just
80s?
like
I'm not
calling
sure,
players
but
like ready?
matter.
I don't know. He was a good backup, and he won 3 Super Bowls. So
Yeah.
as a backup.
All right. Chiefs Chargers. Chiefs win it in overtime, 23-20.
Okay, can
Herbert
we
gets
talk about
the emergency
Chargers?
start.
Can we talk about the Chargers before we talk about the Chiefs? Because I think
We
have
can.
enough to say about the Chiefs. Okay.
Herbert.
Everyone, not actually everybody, but a lot of people were really trying to sell Justin Herbert as the next big NFL bust. I was
Right, because
not
they didn't
on
want
that
to say
train.
he was one of the first 2.
Andrew, who knows a lot about college football, maybe even more than me. That pains me to say, but maybe even more than me. He was not on the Justin Herbert train. I was huge on Justin Herbert.
Where do you play?
You can go back to anything I
Oregon.
said. Justin Herbert, I said he was not
I
going to
like the
be a bust.
uniforms.
He is a very good quarterback, and he showed it today. He doesn't even have ridiculous weapons. He has Keenan Allen. He has
Hunter Henry. They're both on my fantasy team.
and
So.
he has Austin Eckler. Well,
Yeah.
Mike Williams, I don't even know if he's still there.
That's pretty good offensive core, not going to lie.
Yeah, and they also have Travis Benjamin.
But I mean, past their number one positions.
Tyrod Taylor, in his entire NFL career, has one game throwing more than, 250 yards or something? And and in one start, Justin Herbert has that.
How about the
and
Chargers?
their coach already wants to start Taylor.
The Chargers are looking actually good.
You called it.
It's a secondary. It's very good. It's very, very good. I thought they were going to be all right.
I didn't even know I called it, but I called it.
I thought they were going to be 7-9, so that's something. I mean,
Chandler thought they were going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I did say that. I'm sticking by that. I'm going with it now. Let's go.
I mean, I didn't think they were.
You know what? Screw it. I'm sticking by the Colts.
I mean, they're still playing. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
Doug
they'll be good. But
played there for a while.
Chargers. Yeah, Herbert
they're really
looks great.
a fun team to watch.
They look great, and he's very mobile. Also, which is obviously
mobile.
Yeah, a lot of these quarterbacks are. They're really coming to the league. Burrow can move around a lot. Obviously, we know Tua can, but yeah, he's got a great freaking throwing motion. He was throwing dots. He was not afraid to go deep. He only made one mistake, and he should have just ran for the first. Instead, he took a shot. And it was a good
throw. Yeah,
but it was bad.
Yeah. And then Anthony Lynn still refuses to give him the starting job. He's like, if Tyrod is healthy for the next game, he'll be our starter. I'm like, no, don't do that.
We'll just see what happens. I mean, you want to keep him confident. Maybe things are going differently in practice, but Chargers schedule. Who do they play next week? They play the Panthers at 4:05.
Oh, you got it. You start Herbert. Herbert goes.
And then they play the
touchdowns, 270 yards, no picks, and 95.
No, I'm sorry. No, they don't. Then they play Tampa Bay after that.
And then go. Now they can bring them back.
And they play the Saints and they play the Jets. Wow, that's kind of late.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
In the Saints.
Herbert for Rookie of the Year. No, it's gonna be Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's looking ridiculous.
Yeah, he's gonna play.
He's looking so good. Wow.
10 picks, maybe. Yeah, he'll be good.
All right, and then now the Chiefs. Let's talk about the Chiefs.
Yeah, this team's literally playing like shit, and they just won. Like, how are you supposed to beat the Chiefs?
I have Patrick Mahomes in our Nosebleeds league. I turned the TV on. I forget where I was. I was doing something, and I turned the TV on. I was probably eating lunch, and then I look at the fantasy app. I'm like, God fucking damn it, Patrick Mahomes, what are you doing? And then literally I turn the TV on. The next play he throws a huge touchdown to Tyreek Hill, who I have in my other league. I was like, this is why I love football. This is why I love football.
But then
Patrick Mahomes, no quarterback is doing that throw. It was not a tight spiral.
Oh, the one to Hill?
The
touchdown.
The actual throw, like if anybody else.
It was like 60 yards off his back foot.
Yeah,
and then it wasn't even a tight spiral.
It was like wobbly as hell, and he just caught it. It was perfect in his arms.
And he's getting hit. He's getting hit in.
And then they got the 2, which I can't remember how. And one point about the Chargers here is that it was 4th and 1 in OT. You got to go for that. Come on.
You have to.
Have some confidence in your boys. And then he doesn't. And then this dude Buck. How do you say it? Buckner?
Buckner?
The kicker. Harrison Buckner.
Oh,
Butker.
Butker. Oh, nice. But anyway, he made a 53-yarder. Then he made another 53-yarder, and then it was a penalty. He made a 58-yarder. What the hell? Why can't we have a better kicker? Patriots. What a kick.
At Patriots.
Chiefs play the Ravens on Monday Night Football in Baltimore.
That's going to be such a good game.
Oh
my God.
I don't remember if the Ravens are having fans. To me, it seems like if a team even has a couple thousand fans, like it doesn't have to be like the Chiefs or the Cowboys did it. It's just fine. Like I'm totally fine with it. Like,
hey, speaking of fans from the Cowboys game, shout out to Brej.
Oh yeah,
he was at the game.
Yeah,
it was an amazing game. Like probably the best game in like
to go to
years when it comes to like statistical likelihood that they were going to come back.
Yeah,
down 9 with a minute left, but how about them Cowboys? But,
how about them Cowboys?
Well, now
how about them Hawks?
Oh yeah, so it's now Patriots game. Yeah,
it's the moment we've all been waiting for. Do you mind if I start on this one?
No,
not at all.
Oh,
Thursday, I'll be right back.
Boy. Well, let me just say this first. I have more faith in this Patriots team than I have had in the Patriots since the 2018 AFC Championship. So I have not been this impressed with the Patriots' performance since that game, at least offensively. Defensively, they played super well in Super Bowl 53, but I have not seen this kind of offense in over a year. Cam Newton is our guy. I don't understand. Like I really feel bad about my Stidham take the more I watch this guy because he's just
and now at the beginning of this podcast,
so
if Stidham outperforms Newton, Stidham's going to
start. New intro coming your way.
Hey, let's say Cam didn't play as good as we thought in training camp, and Stidham played like all right. And you still would have wanted Stidham to start in that instance?
Well, I said like significantly. Well, not significantly better.
Yeah,
but
so
like
Cam
a good amount
tears
better.
the ACL. That's the only.
It doesn't matter. We're done. No more Stidham.
You're a
anyway,
dumbass.
Edelman, 171 yards, breaks a career
79.
record for him. Oh, 79.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
179 yards, 75 yards for Harry with 8 receptions, 75 yards for Bird with 6 receptions. We were just getting the whole wide receiver core involved. And me and Stuart were texting throughout the whole game. Chandler wasn't because he was behind. And we were spoiling everything for him.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I felt bad. I was like,
yeah, I know.
Because it was a missed field goal.
Nick was like, damn it. And I was like, don't say anything.
What happened?
I'm sorry. But this wide receiver core, that last week I was like, all right, Newton won't stop running with the ball, and we have nobody to throw the ball to. Edelman's on his way down, and there are no options past the wide receiver 1. This week was a totally different story. Bird was getting involved in the offense with his speed. Harry was using his physicality to get big plays, and he got 8 receptions to say that. And then Edelman was just being Edelman, being a deep threat, which I don't think we've seen Edelman as a deep threat as much as we have since all the way back in Super Bowl 51. Like, I'll take it back that far.
Yeah, he has
to just be like, how far it's been since we've seen Edelman being that big of a deep threat. And it's so fun to watch. But the defense.
Oh, my God.
Gilmore
this is the Patriots.
Millions of
this
times.
is the Patriots. This is us. Every time one side of the ball is good over the last couple of years, the other side is bad, right?
I won't even say our pass rush wasn't even that bad. The secondary, which is supposed to be the best part of our team, sucked.
2015, 2017, our offense was insane. Those 3 years, we made the Super Bowl. 2 of those 3, amazing. And the defense just got roasted like every week, even in 2016 during the season. And that's freaking Super Bowl as well, even though we won. And in the other Super Bowl, and then they finally redeemed themselves in Super Bowl 53. We held the Rams, who were great offensive 3 points. But then, I mean, not just because he was getting older, but because we didn't have any receivers last year. And also, it just wasn't a good vibe. And the running game was shit, probably even worse than it is right now.
Yeah.
It was just – our defense was great last year, even though we did play an easier schedule. And the offense was just gone. And now our offense is looking, all right. And then the secondary, this is just as bad as Super Bowl 52. Other than that, it's the worst performance maybe
it was so
in Patriots
bad.
In Belichick era.
But
5 touchdowns.
You have to give credit to Wilson.
Yeah, he played – I mean, some of those throws. Yeah, he's got to be MVP favorite right now. That one to Moore was just – I couldn't believe that. I literally could not believe that. That was –
I was just defeated. I was like,
good catch too, but and then Metcalf just burnt the fuck out of Gilmore.
Another player we could have had. I can't.
I know.
And I like Gilmore, but you gotta ball hawk that. You can't just knock it out of his hands. It was already there. He just danced on it.
And he lost speed at the end and tried to hit it out, and Metcalf still hung on to it.
Yeah.
It's just Gilmore.
And Wilson, I mean, he's gonna make plays, but I didn't think he was gonna just roast us all night. But
he was dancing on our grave.
And then you had a pick 6, but that was completely luck. I mean,
that was
Wilson
luck.
dropped
G-reg with the third leg.
He dropped a wide open flat in the pass in the flat, and he was like, "What?" And then McCourty,
McCourty.
Did Greg Olsen even have a catch in the game?
No,
I don't think so.
Hashtag washed. He should go be a broadcaster already.
Literally, yeah.
He was, yeah. Well,
he runs routes like
but no.
Nick.
Cam Newton's a beast. I'm getting his jersey, but
I want his jersey too.
I want the white one.
I feel like such a loser because I thought Stidham had a chance of starting.
Look at him, motherfucker's crying on the air.
Okay, I'm gonna.
He's gonna cry. He's gonna cry when we leave the air.
Cam, if you're seeing this, I'm sorry.
I need to get a white one though. They already sold out.
Servant.
They sold out the white ones. I need a white one.
They did? I want the white one.
They only have the blue ones. I might buy the blue one anyway, but you can get a women's white one.
Maybe I
Okay, I'm
will.
gonna say exactly
Cheaper.
what's going
As
to
my
happen.
punishment.
All right, yeah, go ahead, Chandler.
Okay, so you know how like all the teams that we've been hyping up this episode, we have the Chargers, the Cardinals, the Ravens. The Ravens have always been good, and the Raiders and the Chiefs. All the teams we've been hyping up. We play all of those teams.
Yeah.
This is bad.
Yeah.
This is bad.
It's such a tough schedule.
I think
We
can
have a
beat-
chance.
I think we can beat Las Vegas.
Yeah, we'll
I think we
get
will.
to that. We'll get
I
to that
think
later.
we'll win that game.
But so I was, you
Yeah,
you
it's
guys,
tough.
you all the loyal viewers know me, the Patriots nihilist. I was coming out of that game saying that the Patriots are going to make the playoffs, and then I look at our schedule.
Hey,
And
I
I still
think
think
we
we're
can.
gonna go
But
down.
hey, wait a minute. Let me just make a point here. The AFC, like, okay, what teams are locks? You think Chiefs, Ravens,
Chiefs, Ravens.
Bills, and one team from the AFC
Titans.
South, probably Titans. That's 4. Other than that,
Steelers,
3
probably.
spots.
that's it. And
I think we can be better than.
I think we can get the
Oakland.
5 seed.
I think at least 7. I think we can be better than
Yeah.
one of Oakland.
We'll beat out
Chargers,
the Broncos
Colts,
definitely at this point.
Broncos, yeah, they're not going to the
yeah, might be.
Bengals. I think that there's a very good chance we can get at least 7.
I think
Yeah.
it's going to be 8-8, and however 8-8 puts us, if that puts us in the playoffs or not, so be it. But I think it's going to be 8-8.
Yeah,
Dude.
Unfortunately, we
I
have
thought
to win this
7-9.
game. But this game is
We
actually more
have to
important,
win the
'cause then
Raiders.
we play the Chiefs. After.
And that's basically suicide.
If we lose
Okay.
both, then we're 1-3.
But let me just say
Now, I'm
this.
going to.
And then we
Oh,
play
go
at
ahead.
home
No,
for
Chandler, you go.
Thursday.
So I'm
Because I've
going to say
spoken
exactly
a
what's
lot.
going to happen. So this is what happens every time the Patriots have a really good player that is not named Tom Brady, or even one that is named Tom Brady now. But it's okay. The Patriots, they get a really good player for really great value. And then, wow, he's really good. And then his contract expires. And then, lo and behold, we're not going to pay him. So Cam Newton most likely will not be the starting quarterback for the Patriots next year.
It's so
And it's going to be really sad
sad.
because he's going to be very good for the rest of the year. I thought he was going to be good. Don't get me wrong. But I did
I
not
didn't think he was going to be this good.
this good. I thought
I didn't think he was
has
gonna be this
been
good at
rushing.
passing.
Yeah, he's been so
He
good
was
at rushing.
throwing
He's been a lot
such
better
good
than I thought.
balls.
I don't think he's going to be this good at passing or rushing. He
Yeah.
still is. He's
durable.
almost as agile and durable as he was like in Carolina in his
It's
prime.
really impressive.
And he's throwing as good as he ever has. He had what,
It's crazy.
397? No, more. I think he had 4.
He had
Maybe
in
he
total
wants to
yards-
stay with us.
Okay, and this is the one other point that
we have some cap, so maybe.
he had
Please.
439.
We're going to have a lot of cap next year.
Out of 464 yards that the Patriots had in total.
Yeah.
What does
Wow.
that say about our running backs?
Oh,
Our
my
running
God.
backs
Well-
are
Shit.
fucking garbage.
Sony
They're so
Michel,
bad.
Terrible.
just a draft.
Sony, dude, I was just so mad whenever we handed the ball to him. He would run for like
Running
3
back
yards.
is
I'd be like,
the most
Sony.
replaceable position in football, and we can't even find somebody good enough worth replacing.
I mean, White.
To be
I
fair,
think,
James
still has
White
a lot
was
of-
out.
Yeah, he has a lot of value still, but
Poor
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, I feel bad
His
for him.
parents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rest in peace to his
His dad.
and his mom's in intensive care, I believe.
Yeah.
But
But
I hope if I'm not sure if he'll play or what, but I'm hoping that he does play just for the fact that our running game is
Yeah.
god awful.
It's terrible.
So bad. Maybe we
Why
should have
did you
kept
draft
Miller,
Sony
honestly.
Michel? Why did you draft?
Right?
Really?
We should have kept Lamar Miller. At least we could have seen what he could have done. I mean, J.J. Taylor might be good, but
He's all right.
he's young. He's better than Stoney already.
Yeah. Burkhead, I mean,
We need to
Collins,
he's
sign-
there.
we need to
he's
get
a receiving back.
We need to get our first 2 picks are going to have to be quarterback and running back this year because if Cam Newton's gone, of course.
Chris Collinsworth's like, hey, Al, let me tell you about this J.J. Taylor. Hey, Al, he's really fast.
Gotta
Now
be,
he's a
gotta
guy.
get Tuba Hubbard in this draft.
Now here's a guy.
Oklahoma State. Now here's a guy.
Chris Collinsworth.
Yeah. What a guy.
But dude, at this
Go
point,
Pats.
I just want to pay. I just want to pay Cam Newton. Like seriously,
Dollar.
Yeah, Nick will
I love
personally pay him.
You
He'll
love
launder
it.
ACMi money.
You love
with
it.
my Jimmy's
He did have
tips,
a
I'll be like,
bench today.
Mr. Newton, please.
Okay.
But
Let's try to ignore that.
Yeah.
All right, and also at one point,
But,
you should have thrown that dang ball at the end there. They could not stop
or
our
ran to
passing.
the outside.
Oh,
What the hell was
something.
that? McDaniels,
the
what are you
irony.
doing?
But dude,
Oh,
I
the
said
irony.
this. Adams read us like a book all game. Newton wasn't running
You read us
nearly
for a
as much.
twice.
Yeah, freaking Edelman cooked him.
Yeah, okay.
It was-
I mean, I meant in the QB running game because
It was twice.
Yeah, but it was important, you know.
Not twice,
Yeah,
but
it was very
it
important play.
nearly didn't happen as much because Belichick saw it coming from a mile away. But then in the final play of the game, it worked the first time when he ran it in for that other touchdown.
Okay.
But then the second time, he should have just gone outside. Stuart, what are you doing?
Okay, Josh, this is the heart-to-heart between me and Josh McDaniels.
Dude, Josh was making some shitty calls that game.
Can I say one thing though, Josh? I'm not gonna say you were making bad calls because I was supporting a lot of your decisions. Best call I've seen you make all season was when you faked the run, when you run it 2 times, you follow the rule of 3, you fake the run, and then you throw it over to whoever it was. I don't even know. It wasn't
Jakob
important.
Johnson.
That guy, yeah. First ever NFL touchdown. Congrats to him also.
From Germany.
You have to do that more. You know how like in college football.
Sorry, what was that, Nick?
German.
No, it wasn't.
I just said some German facts.
You don't know
and
German.
words.
You don't know German.
Okay, so let me finish
continue.
this point.
Sorry.
So, okay, you know how like the read option, it was so revolutionary in college football because you have 2 potential options. You have the RPO. App changed the game last year. We saw that with the Chiefs. We've seen that with a bunch of other teams. Start that with the option to either run or throw off of a designed quarterback run. Have somebody leaking out every time, or 2 people leaking out, and then shift the blocks to the right. That worked really well. If they had that on that play, you give Cam Newton the agency to win the game. I have complete faith in Cam Newton right now. You let him do whatever he needs to do to win the goddamn game.
Just let him be the offensive coordinator.
If that's him running through 2 players to get into the touchdown, so be it. But if he doesn't think he can do that, or if he sees a better option, like, you know, little jump pass over the shoulder of, I don't know, some bum-ass cornerback.
Hey, wait, real quick. We could have thought of, you know, if Nick Folk had just made that first one, you know, all that he would have needed was a 19-yard field goal.
Which we probably still would have missed in all fairness.
Oh, no. Yeah, if he had made the other one, it would have negated the other.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my God. We should just use our first round pick on a kicker at this point just to guarantee that we get a good one.
Janikowski.
Pay Justin Tucker whatever he wants. Just
literally pay $10 million a year to do that.
$25 million.
We'll trade
Imagine
Belichick's all of the Super. We'll trade
Belichick's
Super Bowl
son.
ring.
And
We'll give you his
7
son.
first-round picks.
Steve Belichick, but he's, I mean,
we'll trade Steve Belichick and Belichick's dog. And
yeah, the whole Stidham family is in there.
Yeah.
Kennedy, Jarrett, that's basically it.
No, his parents and her parents.
He was like adopted.
And the entire University of Baylor.
He moved in with another family.
Wow.
Why do you know that?
I don't know, because I watched a documentary on
Oh, wow. And you did all that, and you just were like, yeah, he's going to be the best.
Just for him to get the best.
You know, Cam's going to watch this podcast. It's going to be free agency. The Patriots just went to the playoffs and lost in the AFC Championship. And Cam's going to watch this podcast, and he's like...
So, you know what? Screw it. Because of that boy right there,
yeah.
Nicholas.
He's like, no, I'm going to stay. And then he's like, actually, you know what? No, I'm leaving because he thought he believed in this dude Stidham over me who's now playing in the
Newton,
CFL.
please, if you're watching
CFL.
this.
He's now playing in his local flag
football. Alouettes or whatever.
Alouettes.
Flag football.
Alouettes.
He's playing Pop Warner 9 and under.
All right.
He's playing. They remade NFL Europe just for Stidham. I would love to see NFL Europe come back.
Well, not right now.
I remember in NFL 08 or Madden 08,
that's the last
they had
time,
all the NFL Europe teams. That was so fun. What a time! What a time to be alive.
That's the one with Vince Young.
Well,
yep.
Those were the highlights of the week. A lot of Patriots to talk about there, but now we will move into our weekly segment where we recap everything that's happened in our Nosebleeds podcast exclusive fantasy league over the past week.
Oh, shit.
This is the fantasy update. This week in the Nosebleeds podcast exclusive fantasy football league, I lost to Team Broca.
Yeah,
161.58 to 162.42. I lost them less than a point.
It's because of because
Kamara popped off.
Because of your logo. It's just
Chandler on the Ponder scope and his bucket hat.
Hey, you're awesome.
It looks like an L.
Take my image off that. I'm not being associated.
I'm the one who sent it to him. My bad.
It's terrible.
Well, who did I have? I had the Patriots defense. They got 4 points, even though they had a pick 6 because they gave up so many freaking points.
Why'd you even start them?
Pietro had freaking Gronk in his lineup.
Still beat you. You're awesome.
And he still beat me.
You suck.
Well, look at this. He had Wilson, who got 33. He had Kamara, who got 38. Clyde Edwards-Helaire got 13. Thielen got 6. Ridley got 30. Gronk got 0. Mixon got like 13. Chicago Bears defense got 13. Justin Tucker got 16. Like,
Whoa.
Those all cancel out pretty much.
And then I got
Actually, I didn't.
Josh
You have
Allen
to
with
list it all.
34. McCaffrey 25. Jones 46.
How'd you lose?
I don't know. Well, wait. Will Lutz.
Yeah, no, you
How
didn't even have
did
that
I
bad of a week.
lose?
You suck at math. Or you suck at. No.
Okay.
It's not really
Big
you.
Ben's
calculating.
search history beat football team 175.64 to 130.6.
Yeah, he's gonna win the league.
It's gonna be Donis or Chandler.
He's dominating.
We're
Donis or
playing
Chandler.
this week.
It's gonna be you. It's not gonna be me or Chris.
And we're doing that punishment. That's all that matters.
All right.
I'm gonna win toward the other league though, so we're cool.
One, and then overpaid running back beat Monopoly Man's crime ring.
Yeah, I'm changing a little. If I go
123.18.
on 3, I'm changing it. Who do I play this week? I think I play. I'm not sure.
Probably
I think I play Chris.
No, not me. Who do you play?
I
Let me look at the schedule.
I play.
Yes, I do play you, Stuart.
I told you.
I just played him last week in the other league, so
Yeah.
it's a rematch.
Then for this week's transactions, the transactions that we had in the last week, what the hell just happened?
I put in 3 in each league.
I know, I
What'd
put
you
in
put?
I put in 2.
Oh yeah, I'm
Just
probably
let you
not
say.
gonna get any of them, but let's see who I put in.
I think I'm in the top.
I forget which league I put in for which player.
Wait. What's the waiver wire?
Hopefully I'm first. I'm freaking
probably
0-2.
second to last. I started the year in last, even though I had the last pick, which is absolute crap.
How can I not see where I am? How can I not see the waiver wire?
Because you're just awful at like everything.
What's the waiver wire? What the
The order in which you can get players.
I know, but where is it, I mean?
It's under league. I'm fourth. Nick, you're fifth. You're behind me.
Where am I?
You're first.
Yes!
No.
I'm getting Kareem Hunt. Let's go!
No.
Kareem Hunt? Okay, I
I
didn't
want a
go for
Kareem
Kareem
Hunt.
I'm dropping Jarvis Landry.
I'm dropping Carson Wentz to get Aaron Rodgers. I'm dropping Malcolm Brown to get John Brown. Or I'm dropping Malcolm Brown to get Mike Gesicki. One or the other.
He's the only one it's the only claim I put in. So.
Okay. And then the other league I went for Gage. I went for...
So now in both leagues, I have both Browns running backs.
Dude, McCaffrey's out. What the hell? Why did I not get number 1?
You guys
Why
both
am I
got so...
5?
Because you are 2. You're 1-1. Me and Chris are 0-2, so therefore we're at the top.
I'm at 5 though.
And I'm 2-0 because...
Chris should be 2.
Incredible.
You should be 5. Donis is probably 6. And then
It
Pietro
says,
and you are 3 and 4.
I think it still says that I'm for the first 2 weeks until I literally mathematically couldn't lose to you. It said I was going to come in last in the league.
Right.
Bro.
I thought I was going to win.
What are the final standing
I'm gonna come in
projections
fourth
now?
Apparently, I'm going to come in 4th now.
I've moved down to 5th.
I'm probably last.
Donis
right?
is projected first.
Yeah, you're last.
Pietro second.
I only put up 94 points in a team with fucking 6 people. This is going.
I put up
That's
160. How am I projected 5th place? What is this
suck
world?
at life, dude. Because everybody's team is good except for mine, and this is just except for mine.
Yeah.
Poor Stuart.
Hey, I'm doing good. I'm okay. I usually am good at fantasy. So.
He's surviving.
And my
I don't think I've ever not made the playoffs in a fantasy league.
That's bull. Last year you didn't make it.
Did I miss it in our league last year?
You had 14 or it's 6. We had 12 people in our league, so I know I didn't. I was like 6.
I was like the last. I thought I was the last one in.
I did pretty good in the consolation bracket. That's all I remember.
Who gives a fuck? Anyway,
Who cares?
it's probably because you played Henry, who didn't even start any of his players. So.
Yeah. No, I made the playoffs in our league last year.
That's true.
Okay. I think when he expanded to 6.
Wait, you did?
Yeah. I was the last one in. I
thought you missed.
I was 6.
Because Sam expanded it to 6.
Yeah, I was 6.
All right.
Then
Anyway.
I got bounced by
Nick,
Henry.
what happened in the other game with the? No, we did all of them, right?
Yeah, we did all the games.
All right.
Yep.
That's
All right.
That's the fantasy update. See, flying through fantasy for you. Now, on that note, we're going to dive into the questions from the
Oh my
Nosebleeds
God!
segment.
How many questions?
Wait, do we
So, on this week's question from the Nosebleeds, we only got one question because my stupid face only posted it an hour before we started recording. But it's okay because I was grinding it out at Jimmy's. So
That's dirty. I need to get some cleaning fluid on my glasses.
Okay. Jack, thank you for the one question that you provided for us. He asks, what are the top 5 best teams in the NFL right now?
Chiefs and
Browns.
No. It goes Cowboys, then Giants, then Eagles, then Washington football.
You thought he was serious? Go, just we're done.
No.
Cowboys won.
No, I'm kidding.
Why would they be a top 5 team, Nick?
I'm kidding. Are you serious, Nick? I was joking.
32 teams.
No, I know, but
I'll put my glasses back on.
No, number 1 is obviously the Chiefs.
Seahawks.
The Chiefs are obviously the best team in football. There's no reason.
Should I be racing this off of like who I think is the best roster and also their performance, or just
right now?
So
like power rankings.
Yeah,
okay,
basically.
So I'd actually.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I'd say Chiefs.
And then Seahawks number 2.
I'd say Ravens too.
I would also say Ravens too.
Their roster is still really, really good. It's probably the best in the league. I mean, it's only. So
they're just flying under the radar because we expect them to do this.
Yeah, I'd say Seahawks is a solid 3.
Seahawks 3.
4, I'd say.
Packers,
and then Buffalo.
I'm going with the Cardinals 5.
I'm not putting Buffalo 5.
The Cardinals beat like a.
They almost lost to the friggin' Dolphins.
I don't care. They beat the 49ers
by 4, and
when they weren't injured.
And then they beat the Washington football team. Oh yeah, you're right about the Bills. I'll take the Rams actually at 5.
The Rams aren't a bad team, but I'm taking the Cardinals at 5.
They beat 2 good
I'm forgetting
teams.
Somebody.
Nick, all the teams are right in front of you. You can't be forgetting a team. There's only 32 of them.
Yeah, probably Rams or Cardinals.
My hair's so moldable.
Wow, that's really insightful. One of us said, pick the 2 teams both said.
Rams, Cardinals. No.
That's
it. Packers at 4. I don't know. Not the Patriots.
I'm Washington.
Don't say the Patriots. There's no reason.
We lost, dude.
Maybe the Patriots are like top 10. Maybe top 15.
Maybe the 10th best. Maybe.
Like 10 or 11.
Maybe.
I like the Patriots.
Maybe.
All right. Thank you, Jack, for your question. So, our ranking that we decided on for your knowledge, I guess.
Enjoyment.
Pleasure. Chiefs at number 1, Ravens at number 2, Seahawks at number 3, Packers at number 4, and then what did we even decide is number 5?
Who cares?
The Cardinals or the
Cardinals.
Rams?
I'm taking the Rams. What about you, Nick?
Rams.
Patriots are the 14th best team in the NFL.
Sounds good.
Thanks.
That's about right to me.
Yeah.
Nuggets up.
Yeah, I'll go. All right, so Rams number 5.
How about that?
Yeah, for the first time ever.
They suck.
All right, that was the questions from the Nosebleeds segment. Now we're going to move into our final segment of the day. Woohoo! We got the predictions. Chandler, read off last week's records.
All right, we got it. So coming into last week, we'll start from bottom to top. Tied for last, we had Nick and Stuart both at 8-8. Get a round of applause. Thank you. And then second place, we had me at 9-7. Round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Why don't we just do the records for this week?
And then I'm doing last week because we're gonna.
Jonas was what 11-5.
Can they see my clap?
He was 10. Yes, they can. Maybe they were. You were.
Let's
10-6. Andrew was 10-6. Then this week, we'll go who came in last. 2 people were tied for last this week with 8-8 records. They were Stuart and Andrew, both at 8-8. And then I was 9-7, and then Nick, the grand winner for the first time since the first week of the NFL or NBA bubble, at 10-6, which puts our total records at Stuart is at 16-16, and then the rest of us are 18-14.
Nice. Because I had that Rams pick. All of you picked the Eagles, and I picked the Rams. Yep. Look at me.
Never picking the freaking
Eagles or the Washington football team ever again. All right, now let's go through this week's games. To start off, we have the Thursday night football matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. Right now, the Jaguars are favored by 3. Who are we going with, the over or the under? I'm going to go over.
What?
I'm also gonna go over.
Over, under. Jaguars favored by 3.
Against 2? Dolphins?
Dolphins, yeah.
The Jags are favored by 3. I'll take Jacksonville. So I'll take the over.
For the over.
Yeah.
All right. Giants versus 49ers. 49ers favored by 4.5.
That's gonna be a terrible game. I'm still taking the 49ers though.
Yeah, I'm picking the 49ers too.
Who are they playing?
The Giants, the worst team in football.
Oh shit! All right, I'll take the over.
All right.
8.
Falcons versus Bears. Falcons favored by 3.5.
Oh.
I'm picking the over.
I will too.
This is the time for the Falcons. Don't blow it to Mitch. Come on, guys, please.
I'll take the under.
No, please, no.
No, I'll take the over. I changed my mind.
Oh,
Okay.
I wasn't actually saying please. No, I didn't want.
I was thinking about it.
Boy.
That's it. I'm not even looking.
This one's rough.
I can't even see you guys.
Eagles versus Bengals.
6.5.
Eagles favored by 6.
I'll take the over. If they can win by 10.
Oh, God. This is
Walk
difficult.
it to him, Wentz. Come on, young blood. I got freaking bags under my eyes.
I'm going with the under. I have to do it. I'm going with the under. Go Tigers. Go Bengals.
I'm going with the under too. I can't bet against Burrow right now.
Fuck you guys.
He won't lose by more than. That's tough.
Hey,
Patriots
had a
Raiders.
monster week.
Patriots Raiders. Patriots favored by 6.5. That's kind of high.
I'll take the over. Go Pats.
I would say it's winning by a field goal.
Go Pats.
Field goal, dog.
Over. They're gonna buy.
Go Pats.
I'm going over because I can't root against myself.
They're winning 30-13. I don't even care.
I hope.
I'm picking.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for whoever I want to win, and also my fantasy. This is the last thing I'm rooting for. First, my team that I want to win, then my fantasy team, then this.
Yeah, I
forgot about this until this week. Until today.
I found myself actively rooting against my my fantasy.
Your knowledge, yeah.
Or my this because fantasy. I needed this was last week.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We have some good games next week.
Finally, this week.
Bills Rams. Bills favored by 2.5.
I'll take the
I'm
under.
taking the under also.
Taking the under.
Go Rams.
Go Rams. All right.
Texans
Steelers. Steelers favored by 3.5.
I'll take the over. Texans kind of suck.
Taking the under. Deshaun's got to win.
Fourth quarter is
what am I gonna do? You took the over, Stuart?
Who? What now? Rams?
Yeah, he did.
Over?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to. Is this prime time? No, I'm taking the over.
All right. Vikings versus Titans. Titans favored by 2.5. I'm taking the over easy.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right.
Easy.
Washington football team versus the Cleveland Browns. Browns favored by 7.
I'll take the over.
Taking the over.
I'll take the over, yeah.
All right. Jets Colts. Colts favored by 10.5.
Holy shit! Are you serious?
The Colts are bad.
That's
though.
ridiculous.
I'll take the over.
I'm taking the
I
over,
gotta go
yeah.
the over too.
That's a crazy
Jets
line.
just suck. Oh
Also,
my god.
The Nuggets.
home? The Colts are home.
They have fans, so
With the shadows
with the confusing shadows.
and the fans.
It opened at
All right.
7. Now it's at 10.5.
Panthers at
Yeah.
yeah. Panthers and Chargers. Chargers favored by 6.5. I'm taking the over.
Me
I will
too.
also take the over.
Hopefully Herbert starts.
Yep.
Then the final game on the list, we have the Buccaneers versus the Broncos.
No, there's 4 more
Bucks
games.
favored. Huh?
Did I not put it in there?
No.
Oh, I'll just read them off. I have my phone
Okay.
here, so
Well, Bucks are favored by 6.
I'll take the over because the fucking Broncos will be starting Blake Bortles.
Yeah.
For that reason, I kind of want to take the under, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I'm taking the over as well.
Am I going to?
All right.
No, I'm not going
Here,
to.
I'll tell you the rest of the games here.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so Cowboys play the Seahawks in Seattle.
Ooh.
Seattle's favored by 4.5. Take the over.
Over.
Over, yeah.
Sorry, Dallas. We them boys no more.
And then Detroit plays the Cardinals and in Arizona. And the Cardinals are only favored by 5.5. I'm taking the over.
Over, easy.
It could have been 10, and I'm taking the Cardinals.
I'd say it's time to start putting your parlay in. Put Matt Patricia fired before Tuesday. Put it in your Tuesday after week 3.
Yeah.
All right, then Sunday Night Football is Packers playing in New Orleans. The Saints are favored by by 3.
Why? I'm taking the Packers. I'm taking
the under.
We're just agreeing on
Cheeseheads.
pretty much everything.
And then Chiefs play the Ravens in Baltimore. I am actually going to take Baltimore. I'm going to take the over.
What's the line?
Is there no line?
Oh, sorry. The Ravens are favored by 3.5.
I'm going to take the under.
I'm taking the under, too. Lamar.
I just have a good I don't know. I just have a feeling. All right.
Well,
hey, not a bad feeling.
All
right. That was the episode. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us throughout this. Tune in next week for, the total recap of the NFL Week 3.
Matt Patricia getting fired.
That's very likely at this point. I mean, I don't think that's very early for Week 3, but maybe by Week 5.
Jay Gruden, it was Week 5, yeah.
Yeah. But, just going to have to wait and see. We'll see you back here next week, like on Thursday, like every week. And then make sure to tune in tomorrow on Friday and every Friday for our combined NHL and NBA episode. We're going to be wrapping those up soon, so make sure to tune in for these last couple of them. So thank you, everybody, so much for watching. From ACMi Sports, my name is Nick Antonagas. We'll see you next time.